Well, good morning. Happy Friday. It is Friday, September 3rd, and we are 3 days into September. Where did 2021 go? It's just flying by, but I hope that every single day you're taking the time to find something to be thankful for. We start every one of these with gratitude. I'll tell you, I woke up this morning and I was thankful for Shannon because she reminded me of this call. She sends me a graphic and she's like, hey, it was this graphic be okay? And I'm like, is that this Friday? So I'm thankful for that. Just, and then my mind, when you start that gratitude, it's just a snowball. Then it's like, okay, I'm thankful for my team. Yesterday, Natasha celebrated 7 years, and I mean, it just starts going. You just start there, and you just go from there. And so, gratitude, I think, is not only contagious to each other, contagious to others, but it's contagious in your mind. You start to be able to just be so grateful. I still having a little bit of trouble with the sleeping, so this morning I was incredibly grateful for my capsules. I never have to wonder, does our product work? Because I can tell you, I was dragging tail feathers, and I'm like, okay. By the time I got in here, started getting things going, I'm like, okay, these things work. So I know for sure capsules work. Then I drink my lifestyle mix, and that will start moving everything in the body. So I'm like, that stuff is working. So anyway, so tell me in the comments something you're grateful for. I am grateful for this community. I am grateful for a community of people that it's not that we don't have struggles. It's not that we don't, go through things, but I was so encouraged the other day after our Excel Empire, and not just to isolate or call one person out, but it's just one that I saw. And I know she's always so super creative, so she's a little over the top, but Star Marie sent me her goals that, like, she had done the pie chart. Girl, she had it color coded, she had it all things, and I'm like, I don't compete with her. I am so glad she is one of my friends, but she had it all. I mean, it was just beautiful. And, seeing Brittany's face, Brittany, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. It's just like, I just happy and joy. And it's so good to be around people that you just know are good humans. And so for me, my heart is overwhelmed with gratitude, and I could just go on and on and on. But I want gratitude, it's sometimes it's just something we do. And I want you to start just expanding on that. If gratitude now comes easy, yes, Tiffany, freedom today. So thankful. If gratitude comes easy for you now, if you like wake up and you're able to just start thinking, just like boom, 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 I'm so thankful, and you're deep and sincere with that, add to that. Start, saying, I am productive today. I have a women's conference tonight, and I am expectant. I am expectant for my cup to be filled. I am expectant for me to learn things that are going to help me impact other people. I am confident today. I am finishing my 5th day of my run walk and my half marathon training. I am feeling the air in my lungs. I'm feeling my heartbeat. I'm just everything. And I'm reading this book. If you guys haven't, this is a funsy. Um, I actually had somebody send this to me. Holy Hot Mess. Have y'all seen it? It is spiritual based, but she's very, oh my gosh, she is very just straightforward on a lot of the things that she talks about. One thing I'll share is that she talks about how she was a heavy chested girl all her life, and she spent her whole life like, Lord, I want to get rid of these boobs, like take my boobs away. And she just like cut the boobs off, and like she kept asking God to cut the boobs, like. And even, when she was nursing, she's like, I can't even nurse right. I spill the milk everywhere. Like, she's like, what's the purpose of these things? And in the book, she gets diagnosed with breast cancer, and she has to have them removed. And she's like, I've spent all this time praying to have these things removed, and now all I want is just to keep them. So this book has really been good, and I want to just commend and just say I'm so proud. I know so many of you are participating in the self-development, the self-love. I'm just catching up on all the things we're doing because y'all are just doing so much. How many of y'all are doing this? If you're not doing the book, you're getting the printouts or whatever are on the page. I'm having a lot of fun with this because this is something, when Lisa was here, y'all know Lisa, she is so good with courses, and she's very good with that structure and putting out content like that. And we were talking about how so many people that self-develop, whether you're doing this course or you're just really good at I mean, like I'll show y'all this is not to brag again. Oh, I lose y'all. But this is my stuff here, y'all. I mean, that's how I start my morning. I feel like I'm working on a master's, but I'm not that smart to go to college again. I just got through my my first little bit of college and got my degree in computer science, and I decided that's enough. But for me, if there was master's, PhD in self-development, I think I could totally smash that because I am constantly wanting to grow, not wanting to change me, not wanting to, I have to be better. There's always areas to grow. And so that excites me to go, you know what? I can do something more. I can be better. So that's a fun book that I got. I'm on my, I can't tell you how many books lately. And one thing I've just been doing is, it's a real struggle for me at night to turn off. I like to catch up on, I'm not too much of a news watcher, but I like to catch up on what's going on. And what I found is that as I was watching those things late at night, that it was putting my mind in maybe a heavy state. I'm learning to get off of social media earlier in the day. I'm getting off of social media, as far as being on it more. I'm intentional with using it to build my business. I'm intentional with really focusing on how the social media affects me and impacts me. So anyway, there's just so much that I'm just like, I'm so thankful for these tools that I've put in my toolbox. And so, you guys getting up and being consistent with your morning times, this is your time. How many of you, this is your time, like before everybody else? Like, I mean, like right now it's super quiet, and I'll tell you, I'm an empty nester. It's Pat and I and our pups, our babies. And but they're still asleep too. Maggie Grace gets up in the morning, she sees herself in the mirror and she starts barking like a crazy woman. So this is before she gets going. And so this is that time where we really can just get quiet and get alone, set our intention for the day. As you're going through this month, make your list of things to do. Things to do today, and then make a list of things not to do. And I will tell you, it's super fun. It's super fun to look at that list and go, you know what? I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going to get stuck in the scroll hole. Trying to be more like Star and get up at 4 a.m. Oh my gosh. Remember, we encourage her. We don't try to be like her. No, I'm just kidding. There's some good things to that, but I do need sleep. So I will say, until I start getting my sleep down, it's just, and again, plug for chill and rest. That combination is fire. So anyway, okay, I have to sneeze one time. Not thirst. Okay. So today, let me think. I have to remember. I was going to say something super important on, did we have something promo come out with LaBelle? Do we have a promo right now? Yes, no, do we? No. Okay, Brittany, I'm looking at you. Okay, no. Okay. I have a feeling we will. Labor Day. Oh, yes, I know what it was. Guys, our shipping, make sure that, the change in the shipping, with it being Labor Day and that sort of thing. Did y'all see that email? That's a great time. So customers, promoters, they're going to get the email on that. But remember, on us wanting to touch them and speak to them. And a lot of times, I'll tell you, this is a strategy that the gym does. If they don't remind you that your auto ships are that your membership is going to come out, talked to a gym owner several years back, and he was like, we don't remind people, because what happens is if we remind them that their membership is going to be, charged to them, then what happens is they go, oh, I haven't been there, I better cancel my membership. We should not. Oh my gosh, Brittany has her hands full. They're such big kids. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you the story. So I got bedding, and Pat let me get pink bedding, Brittany, but my pups literally played tug of war with it and ripped it to shreds. And so I got new bedding, and I'm like, which one of you is going to tear it up? And they were looking at me like, Mama, I'm going to be the one. So Pat's like, yeah, these bad dogs, but they're just so sweet. Just love our babies too. So that is an opportunity for you to reach out to them, have a conversation with them, maybe mention to them about heat, maybe mention to them about chill. That is those times where you don't just allow Lavelle to be your point of contact to your customers, your promoters, things like that. So, and it's not as much work when you keep those running lists, when you keep, who are the people that your conversion, you want to convert your customers to promoters. They make your best promoters. They already know how to use a product. They already love the product. They are probably sharing the product, talking to people. Maybe it's just that next step of making a post. Maybe they don't think about it. I'm just a customer. I'm not going to make a post about it because I'm just a customer. People don't realize that a simple post can be the action to make them a promoter, and they can be earning some income from it. So take that time when you have things like this weekend that are, a change in the shipping date or change in when their auto ships are going to run, that is your opportunity to reach out to them, talk to them, have a conversation, make sure everything is going great. It is so exciting when you get to hear the stories of people using the product. A lot of times when our business kind of goes like this, up and down, we're not hearing the stories. People are just in their routine, and their routine may include their product, and everything's going great. But maybe that reach out or that conversation with that promoter or that customer, they start telling you, what, I'm loving that. I've had a lot of stress. I've had a lot of things on my plate. But literally my capsules in the morning, my lifestyle makes my DFT, and I'm done for the day. So hearing those exciting stories and, taking some time, as you take time and yourself developing. Here's another thing that I love to do. When I feel like my cup may be getting a little empty, as far as I'm not having people ask me for product, I'm not having people want samples. I just feel like I'm just stuck right now. Start reading the stories on the fan page. Those are coming in hot and heavy all the time, friends. Those are all new stories. Those are all updated stories. I'll tell you, it excites me to read a story from the fan page that has been on there, or someone that's been using the product 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, because that to me means this product is still working for them. So take the time, read through some of those stories. If you're feeling a little, like a little sinking, then that gives you also motivation to share the stories from the fan page. You're not a commercial, you're not, spamming people, but I will tell you, when I see a story of encouragement, when I see a story of something positive, it's definitely a game changer in the newsfeed, because there's so much just heaviness. So when you share something, tired, exhausted mom, we have so many people, in the military serving our country, and then so many people, spouses supporting, I feel like the spouse, serves our country just as much because they're supporting that military member. So, and yes, the other part of that is updating your Thrive experience. For me, I'll be honest, I'm not as good with that as I should be. But I am very intentional every year, every 6 months, getting a story to that fan page so that it's updated. And it's crazy to see how things have changed. And then for you, your exposure on that fan page, how many people have hit like have just liked the fan page, whether they read a story and they went there and liked it. And I know a lot of times people think, well, they went there and liked it because somebody else sent them there. You know what? What do I say all the time? You're going to plant seeds that you never harvest, and you're going to harvest seeds that you never planted. So keep watering, keep tilling the field, keep doing the things that are going to cause people to realize I'm the girl. Again, I will say it, that people are watching your ingredients. They're watching for things that they are hearing from outside sources. J-Lo is pushing vitamins heavy. I mean, there's just all kinds of different marketing strategies. People are pushing the vitamins. They're talking about vitamins. They're talking about nutrition. And you are in, you know, people in real estate say, you know, it's location, location. Ours is timing, ours is product, and that is what you have your hands on. So make sure that you are sharing those things without hesitation. Make sure you're sharing what this business has done for you without hesitation. The other thing I want to talk about is we are going to be on the road for a minute. We're going to be in Minnesota, Ohio, and Syracuse, and somewhere else. I'm trying to think of where. I don't even know where we're going to be. But anyway, make sure that you're getting yourself and your people connected if you can attend. It's going to be a great time. I really am wanting to do some breakout master sessions. I don't know if that would be after the training, but just be able to look at. And here's the thing. I will tell you, you're probably not going to have like this epiphany at a local or a training, because we are, as a team, we do so much training and content. You know how to build a VIP 800. You know how to help those customers thrive for free. You know how to share your stories and content create and that sort of thing. But that one-on-one time, there's nothing like the one-on-one, the in-person. So, you know, it's like a concert or a ball game or, you know, anything, you know, you do, it's so much better live. And so, and I know there's still a lot of hesitation, you know, of, you know, gatherings and things like that. Use your discretion, use what makes you comfortable. I know we will try to, as best that we can, get it piped in, and do some type of remote thing, but still go ahead and register so that we know, you know, people do want, it's not that one person doesn't matter, but, you know, if we get a request and you want to, you know, have it broadcast, let us know that that's something that y'all are interested in. So let me think what else we have. Stuff, I covered all that. I had my crazy, super awesome list. Let me think. Anybody have any questions? I'm like, I feel like I'm like, I don't know. Somebody
I have a
asked.
question.
Yeah.
One of my recent promoters, she's in her VIP period. How do I put her in the vault?
Okay. So,
VIP?
yeah, so we'll make sure we drop that content in here. If somebody has that, you can drop it. Otherwise, Kelly, you can message me. So yes, the vault is just the link that you send to her, and she can log in and just get connected to that, so she can watch
Awesome.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just remember, you know, when you have those people coming in, don't overwhelm them. Let them, and congratulations, I see you getting that natural vitamin D in this morning. That's so good, sister. And I hope that you're sharing that, you know, Flex Friday outside, you know, sharing that natural vitamin D is something that we should be doing every single day, getting outside, sharing that with the people that, there you go. Wait, I knew we had somebody good. So you can snag that if you want to hit copy on that. They just posted. And don't remind them, don't get overwhelmed, you know.
Okay.
Being in the VIP period, it's 2 promoters, 2 customers. Customers set up auto ship, promoters invest in their business. And that's one thing that we have to remember. And that is something that we do every single, I'm going to go ahead and Shannon, will you mute Kelly? just echoing on my thing. So you put them in there, and sometimes they feel overwhelmed. She just needs to be a connector to you. Her goal is to really look at, who do I have that needs this product right now? My customers are coming from referrals. I have several people that have sent me referrals. And to be honest, I'm not even really pushing. Y'all know I've been thriving since 2014. I'm not pushing that person that's sending me the referral. I'm not pushing them like, you could be a promoter, because they know that they could be a promoter. I'm going ahead, I'm snagging those customers, I'm using those, and I'm guiding them through the Thrive for Free process. The time and attention that I've placed in some of these individuals that are sending me people, I'm just telling them, I'll send you some product. I'll, one of them didn't even want, she doesn't want to promote it. Look, if somebody doesn't want to promote the business, that is fine. If somebody doesn't want to Thrive for Free, I can't imagine that. But some people are fine with that. They just want to pay for it. Now people are realizing, there's a cost for wellness, but there's also a bigger cost and impact for illness. So I'm going to take care of myself. I don't care what it costs me. And some of them are really even willing to look at the fact that, you can do this for $5 a day, even though your order is, big chunks. So finding people that are wanting to start the product. I'm not waiting on even the people that come in with the referrals to like, you should. No, if they're wanting to go, green light, go, I'm running with them. And somehow, some way, if something came up where that person wanted to, promote or whatever, then we'd work that out then. Now, don't get me wrong. They know, these are definitely people that know the process of promoting the product, but I'm not waiting around on people anymore. I am moving. I'm like Kelly, I'm moving, I'm going. You're either coming with me or you're not. And the belief and the confidence that I have in this product, it's always been there, but it's now on a 20 plus. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's on a 20 plus. As far as this business opportunity, it's on a 20 plus, because I realize what this product can do. We actually had I just saw something yesterday where, we have like 3 or 4 people that had gone on to do other things, and life's journey has just taken them different places. And they've decided to come back to LaBelle, that LaBelle is home. And I think that I think it's the smartest decision that they've made. I believe that a comeback story is one of the greatest stories. And it's exciting to see those people coming back and saying, you know what? I went a different direction, but here I am. I'm ready to come back home. Guys, that is amazing. And it's powerful for us to use. It's powerful for us to talk about. So, all right, Shannon, anything else I'm forgetting? I know y'all won't. Oh, let's see, go in the back. What did oh, the way we did our goal setting. So
It was so amazing, and a lot of people didn't pay attention, and they need to hear this. That's amazing.
So true. Well, see, one of the things we talked about Wednesday night with our goal setting is really not really calling us a pie, more or more like a cake. I'm like strawberry shortcake, but seeing it in a circle. And I know Star, I don't know, she has it low right by her, but she did her pie. And oh my gosh, there it is. You can see it. Look at all the color codes. And I love color coded pins. So fun. But I wanted you to look at, and you can still do this. I have to say, when someone asks me, what is one of the keys to your success? And friends, I don't want you to be me. I don't want you to, but some of y'all would love to have a little bit of the success. I mean, success leaves clues, right? And I would hope that I leave an imprint and give you guidance on things that you want to do, whether it's physical, spiritual, mental, emotional. But we have to look at our entire piece of who we are. When we set goals and we talk about goals, it's like, I'm a thriver. I want to be 4K. I want to be 12K. but that's not all you are. I asked everybody, write down everything that requires a piece of you. If you're considering yourself a big pizza or a big pie, big chocolate chip cookie, whatever you want to consider yourself, or a big watermelon, whatever. How much of you are people needing? Meaning there's so many people that pull from you. Maybe you're a caregiver. Maybe you have little children. Maybe you're like Brittany, your pups, they require a lot of time. That's something she does full time. And maybe you're a mom, you're, a spouse, your partner, whatever it is. Make community. We talked about that. Whatever it is that takes from you, write that down. Write down all the hats that you have to wear and section that out. Maybe you are, you volunteer in your community. Maybe you're the PTO president, or maybe you are your kids' athletic team mom, whatever it is. And then go a next step further on that. Why do you do that? Well, obviously, the why and, your relationship, your marriage, your parenting, to make your kids better, to be present, to be available for your kids. And then talking about, when we were talking about that, we were looking at how much time does each of those parts require from you. And a lot of times we look at and we say, I didn't hit my goal because, a kid got sick, or something happened, something unexpected. We want to look at the what if could potentially derail us, with, staying. One thing I talked about is, I'm doing this prep and doing my half marathon training, and what could get me off my track? Not getting in bed on time, which then could impact my not getting up early and not getting my workout done. I do better when I do it in the morning. I know that there's that window of opportunity for me. So if I don't get up, if I'm not intentional with what I need to do, then my day gets going. How many of y'all know your day gets going, things get in the way? And that's probably why Star gets up so early in the morning, because she knows. Now, just, give yourself grace. If you need to take a little sit down and just rest in the middle of the day, thrivers take naps. Y'all might have that awareness and think, I can't take a nap. I can't post it. I'm taking a nap. I'm a thriver. People think I'm a fake and fraud. Guess what? It's not crack. It's natural supplements. Okay. So, and I just had to use that because I don't know. I've just heard people say that, but, you can take a nap. You can rest. You can take some downtime. You can take a power hour. You can take something to just power yourself down. Everything works better when you reboot, resolve, and that includes you and your body. So, but I know me. I know that during the day, that's when the calls start coming in. That's when my attention is demanded. And I know that if I do not get my morning things done, if I don't do what I need to do, hey, Noah, if I don't get done what I need to do, then I am going to get off track through my day. And for me, hey, sweet baby, I need to stay on track. So looking at what are all the things that you have that you are needing to be a part of. The other thing I didn't say on Wednesday night is, how many of y'all get in the habit of checking how much time are you spending on social media? Friends, nobody can see that but you. Have a check in the mirror. We often we wonder, why is my business not growing? Why is it not working? Well, when we were employees, here's what happened. We had somebody that we were answering to. We had somebody that we had to report to. I shared that my background's corporate IT. And, when someone's computer didn't work, when, there was an issue with technology, I had a ticket. I would have like 75 tickets. And if a ticket had been open for, 24 hours, 48 hours, my boss would message and say, why is accounting department, or why is logistics, why hasn't this ticket been closed? I'm waiting on a part, I'm waiting on some. So I had that constant accountability. Well, everyone wants to be their own boss. They don't want nobody telling them what to do. I don't want anybody, bossing me around. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a boss babe. I'm going to do my own thing. But the thing is we're not truly accountable to ourselves. And so, I will tell you, we ran reports. We throttled internet. People couldn't just sit on Facebook. They couldn't even get on Facebook from corporate, but we had to monitor their time on social media. HR would come and they would say, this, computer with this IP address, we're seeing, a lot of internet activity. What's going on here? And I'm like, somebody is sneaking in this office and they are on the computer trying to be on Google all day long. So there's that accountability factor when we work for someone else. So you're truly an entrepreneur. Since 2014, I've never had Amber message me and go, girl, your PPA sucks. You have not been working your business. Now, there's times when I, may have something going or I'm busy, and she may say, hey, is there anything I can do to help? Anything like that. But this is definitely a business that you work for yourself. So have the conversation in the mirror. Am I? Evaluate your social media time. If you're on Facebook for 5 hours a day, are you really working and growing your business for 5 hours a day? Or is 4 hours of that getting stuck in the scroll hole of, what's going on in the world, what's happening? And just evaluating that, are you enjoying, growing your business and seeing that productivity because you are moving forward? For me, things like setting those little bitty goals. Guys, when I run, literally, this is how so as I'm building back up my strength and my endurance, I literally may run to a mailbox. I may have to slow it down really, really slow. And I'll look ahead and I'll go, okay, I see those sunflowers. I'm going to run as fast as I can. I'm going to sprint to those flowers, and then I'm going to throttle back. Then I'm going to run as fast as I can to the next mailbox, and then I'm going to throttle back. That's literally my mindset. And that is the way I work my business. That's the way I push myself. Is I see a goal and I literally go, I'm going to work towards that. And once I get there, a small reward, that small reward of, okay, I can run a little bit slower. Okay, now I'm going to go. But I know that intensity, that extra effort, that extra push of myself is going to get me to build my lungs. It's going to get me to build my endurance. It's going to get me to build. So as you say, I'm going to throttle back on social media as far as just scrolling. I'm going to throttle back on just, messaging and talking to people about just life. Now, if you need it to make you feel good, then do that. But, frivolous TV, frivolous things, then I'm going to look at, what am I doing to grow my business? I'm going to have, I'm going to get 10 people, shouldn't have a chicken list, but we still do, 10 people that I'm going to reach out to, 10 people that we're going to message. And I don't know why I want to say this, but I'm going to say this to you. If you are second guessing yourself about reaching out to someone because, April, I'm so distracted. Are you drinking pickle juice? Yum, yum. Oh my gosh. There's probably some health benefit to that, right? I do love pickle juice, and I drink my turmeric and stuff in the morning. Anyway, so distracted. But anyway, so when you are reaching out to people, don't you dare underestimate the power of your ability to introduce them to the product. Well, Chas, I'm not where I want to be physically. I haven't, oh, tummy. Oh, cool. Whatever it is, I feel like I'm not where I want to be yet in my physical goal. Then move your butt and do something a little bit more, but don't you dare. People don't want to know. I mean, they care. They want to read the stories sell. They want to know what the product's done for you. But bottom line, they want to know what the product can do for them. So we are reflective. We are self-motivating. I shared the other day, and I know I'm the only one that does this. When you take a picture with you and your girlfriends, how many of y'all look at it and you zoom in on yourself and you're like, oh, that's a good picture. Everybody else can have their eyes closed and they're like, you know, one eye open. And if you look good, baby, it's like, oh, post it, hashtag no filter. You know, that's us. That's how we are. But when you're sharing this product, when you're sharing this story, I personally, when I needed this product, I wanted to know what it could do for me. You have to project what the product can do for them and help them understand that this product can work for them. It is simple. It is a simplicity of a product. The other side is the business. Now you may be wanting that auto bonus. You may be wanting to set your kids up for that college fund. That person on the other end may not want that. So you have to ask questions. You have to, you know, inquire. You have to be wanting for them what their goals are. And maybe you're not where you want to be financially in the business yet. And here's the thing, that is okay. How many people do you have that you're connected to that had the success because they've been tilling the ground, working hard, getting to where you want to be? Friends, it's just one or two right people that come into your business. I was talking to, I think Kimberly the other day, and I said to her, she's been doing the business for a while. And I'm like, you are doing amazing connecting me for 3-way calls and connections and things like that, but you're selling yourself short. You are not projecting confidence in your conversation. Here's the deal. I never say fake it till you make it. I hate that. But you can borrow others' confidence. You can borrow others' success story. You can, that's what hope is. Hope is knowing that it's been achieved, that hope is knowing that someone walked through that and you can walk through it and overcome it. Hope is knowing that someone has built this business and they're able to pay cash for their kids' college, or they're able to pay off that debt, and they're able to get in a position where they owe no man but to love them. They are able to get in a position where they see a need and they bless. Can y'all tell my capsules are working? I need to go run. Yes. So anyway, you look at what is it that you want, and that starts with that goal. The goals that you set for yourself are like a compass. We set those goals and we look at them and you go, oh, I did a dream board in January and I'm done with my goal setting. And if you've read Jason Kemper's book, and by the way, we talked about that, and Shannon, I have gotten those sent out. So hopefully everybody that won the Thriving book got it. If they didn't, if they've gotten two, if they got a book and they already, had it, give it away. And it doesn't, yay, Melissa. I saw a shout out for you too. I don't remember if it was Double or Vegas or what it was, but shout out to you, sister. I'm so proud of you. But gift it. And here's, who do I gift it to? It has to be a thriver. Absolutely not. Maybe you know somebody that's in business. Maybe you have somebody that you're prospecting. You know, maybe you have somebody that you know loves to read. This is a great book because it's a foundation and it's a part of our business and who we are. So, you know, I know Camper says in his book that, you know, he's not a writer down of goals. He, you know, kind of just has them in his mind. I know for me, there is too much going on in this brain. I've got to know. I've got to have my compass. And if you are not, I'm telling you, when people ask me keys to my success, guys, it is writing my goals down, seeing my goals, having that visual in front of me, knowing where I'm headed. I know every day that I literally, I mean, I don't have my commit 30. I have my planner is a commit 30. And on the very first day of the month, it has like little bubbles and they're little circles. And maybe it's the child in me, and I didn't get a bunch of stickers because I was always that one talking in school, so I never went home with my stickers. But in the front of that, it has little bubbles. And I love coloring the bubbles in. Yes, me, grown adult, loves to color the bubbles. I should get me some little stickers. But I love to look at that I've accomplished the things that I want to do every single day. And here's the evaluation. It takes 5 to 10 minutes to look at what did I accomplish today and what did I get done and why did I miss it? I talked to you guys on Wednesday about, you know, you set a goal. Maybe it's, I'm going to quit smoking. Okay.
And I did crack up the other day. How many of y'all were on Lisa's self-love? And I'm not laughing. If you were the one that posted this, I don't judge. I love y'all where y'all are. But someone said, I'm going to quit smoking weed and drinking beer for 30 days. And I'm like, I did send it to my kids. So my kids were like, Mom, I'm like, we are go getting right here. So anyway, that was just funny. But so I talked about the detours and the alignment of where we need to be. So say you're quitting smoking. Yes, it was, Melissa. It was such a good Zoom. If you are saying, I'm going to quit smoking, and you've been smoking for 20 years, for you to say, I've gone 10 days and then I had a cigarette, you just get back on again. You just restart. And that's what happens in the business. People, they quit posting about their business. Maybe they quit using their product. They quit getting on Zooms. They quit sharing. And then they say to me, how do I start over again? You just start today. You wake up, put those capsules in your body, drink your lifestyle mix, slap on your DFT, and you go and you post a picture. Well, I don't have time. You have time. It takes 2 seconds. Take a picture. Guess what? I don't care if it's fancy filter. I don't care if it's a reel or story. If all you can do is snap a quick picture, you already took 7 selfies this morning of yourself. So go ahead and take a picture of your shake mix or your DFT and post it. Share it, create that engagement. Flex Friday. Today is Flex Friday. Get creative with it. Have fun with it. In the beginning, we had, we would do contests, and I said that all the time. I'm like, I should redo those again. There are 129 of my dogs. There you go. Throw some shake mix in there with them. But taking the time to work your business, and if you get off track with your goals, you refocus. And if you're taking the time every single evening to just look at your goals, look at your affirmation statements, look at where you want to be, if you got off track, if something happened in our world or something, whatever it is that's weighing heavy on your heart, and you went down that, just a dark hole or whatever, looking and evaluating brings you back to center. Before I wasn't a yoga person, I didn't do yoga. Now I enjoy doing it because it really reminds us, bring yourself back to your center, the center of your goals, the center of who you are. If you have a relationship, your marriage, your partner, whatever it is, and that is important to you, and you say, yes, Christina, here's the thing. How many of the self-development, recovery, all of the things, they say the first step is admitting. And when you admit to yourself, I'm not working the business like I should. I don't have the passion that I should. I'm not enjoying working my business. Then that's when you have to come back and go, what was it in the beginning that I was doing that I enjoyed? For me, and I keep using running, and I know that that's just an analogy, but it can go back to anything. It can go back to the marriage, I just don't feel the fire anymore. Well, guess what? You're not having date night anymore. All you do is bark orders, and you don't even discuss how your day went. You're frustrated with your kids because there's no positivity. There's nothing happening that is positive, having conversations. So go back to just sitting and being present and being in the moment of, this is why I started doing XYZ. This is why I said I was going to quit smoking, because my health is important, because I want to be here for my kids, because I need to rebuild my lungs. I need to take care of my body. And if I get off track one day, I remind myself that night, that evening, guess what? Tomorrow is a new day. The sun rises and sets every single day. And you know what? It doesn't care if it's a little bit cloudy or if it doesn't get to shine as much on that day. It's still going to freaking get up the next day and it's going to shine. It may be cloudy again the next day, but it's going to rise back up again. And then it's going to set. It's going to show up for you every single day. You've got to show up for yourself every single day and evaluate. Grace, not guilt. I don't operate in guilt. I operate in truth. I know that I'm the only one that can see my time on social media. I'm the only one that can tell if I've got off track on my goals. But you want to take that next step further, get you an accountability partner for that 30 days and say, here are my goals. Let's meet once a week, or let's meet, you know, as often as we can. We're going to set a timer for 20 minutes. We're not going to get distracted. Oh, girl, did you see what's happening with so-and-so? Oh, girl, did you see? I don't know how she getting all them customers. I don't, you know, we're not going to go into that. We're not going to get into gossip. We're just going to, for 20 minutes, talk about the goals that you set. And if Shannon has me, you know, say I'm her accountability partner and she says, you know, I'm going to reach out to 10 people a day, 10 people a week, 10 people a month, whatever her specific goal is, specific goal is. If we have that meeting and we have that conversation, I'm not her boss, I'm her business partner. But what happens is that I'm able to say, hey, Shannon, I noticed that when we started at the beginning of the month, you said you wanted to reach out to this many people. You wanted to do this. And are you open for suggestions? Because, you know, you want to keep that friendship. And she says, yes, you're my accountability. You're going to keep me. Guess what? You've only reached out to 2. Girlfriend, what's happening? And then she can say, you know what? I'm feeling intimidated. I feel guilty because the world's so heavy, and I don't know what to say. And we can brainstorm. We can focus on those goals. So anyway, I think that we have so much goodness. It's Flex Friday. Friends, have fun with it. Don't just post a picture of your DFT in your arm. I can't see whose arm that is. I want to see your smiling face. I want to see you. I want to see what Thrive is helping you do. And Friday, Flex Friday, is a great opportunity for that. It's a great opportunity for you to show the world what you're doing. Well, I'm not where I want to be in my goals. Guess what? They are not looking for a picture perfect thriver. They're looking for a relatable thriver. They're looking for somebody that's a hot mess and that you can say, I don't have time to take care of my body, but thank God this 3 steps is so simple that I can get it done first thing in the morning. I am working towards my goals. I am a work in progress. A lot of times, if we are fit and trim and have reached the success, they're like, well, why are you still doing this? People don't get it. Their mindset can't grasp that there's that next level. There's that next level of taking care of my health. There's that next level of, you know, I saw it, oh my gosh. And I think it was Buc-ee's. It was their, it wasn't an ad, but I walked in, and Buc-ee's pays their people well. And it said on their pay rate. And I think it said, spend it, save it, invest it. And that is so true with your home-based business. Spend it, pay your bills with it if that's what you need to do. Save it. If you have a great job and you're doing the things that you want to do and your job is giving you life, then put it in savings. You never have an emergency when you have an emergency fund. Save it, spend it, save it, or invest it. Invest it in something that is going to grow for your future. And that's the same thing. And I loved it. I said, I should take a picture of that because I want to borrow that. But it's so true. I tell people all the time, whatever you want to do with this side sling, whatever you want to do with it, do it for you and your family. So anyway, I thought I didn't have anything to say, but then the capsules kick in. So happy Friday, friends. I know we're going to do our devotion, and this is so good. I always say it's not a coincidence, it's a godsendence. Every time I chime in and listen, and I'll be honest, I'm not on every morning Vibe Tribe, and some of you are, this is your thing. You just show up and you are here for us, and we're so thankful. But do not guilt yourself. Make sure that you're finding balance. If you're getting on 75 Zooms, you better have 75 action items that you're going out and tackling. I hope that you have your goals in front of you. Those are your compass. Those are what you can focus on. And then remember, what is my to-do list? What is my to-don't list? As you're going into this month, the weekend, Labor Day, take the time to look at, what are you laboring on? What are you seeing the fruits of your effort? What are you seeing the productivity? You know, if your goal is to be the best mom, to be the best wife, be the best abuela, be the best sister, whatever it is, are you giving your time, attention, and your focus to that? So, all right, who is doing our morning devotion? Shannon, you are? Okay.
I am today. If you have not won yet, please just drop me in the comments. We'll choose a winner after the reading. And I love how every day,
Hey, you know what? I have something cool. I was saying that, look, here's the thing. I needed to move some stuff, and I happen to have a couple of these. How many of you have not gotten the Thriving? Can y'all see them? The Thriving mug.
oh,
It
that's
is
beautiful.
It is so beautiful. And I have my little drawer here that's all my goodies. And I was like, I need to make some space for stuff. So let's do this, Shannon. Let's do a couple of these. Look at this, how blingy it is.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
So yeah. She's putting her own plug in for her own mug. Listen to her. I hear you, girl. I hear you. So let's do that. Let's do a couple of those. I've got a couple of those I can give away. So we'll do that.
Awesome.
I'll let you draw.
Oh, no, 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 no. You did that to me last time.
All right, let's do our motion.
Okay, day 17. Self-esteem according to God. You have made them a little lower than the angels and crowded them with glory and honor. Psalms chapter 8, verse 5. When you encounter tough times, you may lose self-confidence, or you may become so focused on what other people are thinking or saying that you fail to focus on God. To do so is a mistake of major proportions. Don't make it. Instead, seek God's guidance as you focus your energies on becoming the best that you can possibly be. Oh, sorry, guys. And when it comes to matters of self-esteem and self-image, seek approval not from your peers, but from your Creator. Millions of words have been written about various ways to improve self-image and increase self-esteem. Yet mainly a healthy self-image is, to a surprise extent, a matter of doing three things. Number one, obeying God. Number two, thinking healthy thoughts. Number three, finding a purpose for your life that pleases your Creator and yourself. These common sense, biblically based tips can help you build the kind of self-image and the kind of life that both you and God can be proud of. Oh, that was good. As you and I lay up for ourselves living lasting treasures in heaven, we come to the awesome conclusion that we ourselves are His treasure. Anne Graham Lotz. Your self-worth is more important than your net worth.
That's
Anonymous.
good.
The Creator has made each of us one of a kind. There is nobody else exactly like us, and there never will be. Each of us is His special creation and is alive for a distinctive purpose. Lucy Swindle. For further reflection, Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, Samuel chapter 16, verse 7, Psalms chapter 139, verses 13 through 14, and 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. Today's prayer. Dear Lord, help me speak courteously to everyone, including myself. When I make a mistake, help me to forgive myself quickly and thoroughly, just as I forgive others. Amen. And those asking what the book title is, it's 100 Days to Peace, Daily Devotional. You can actually get it on christianbooks.com, and it's by Stephen Arterburn.
That is so good. And Shannon, I want to take a training moment here just to really say, always say, feel it, heal it, and then you can share it. And I love that Shannon was vulnerable in her emotions with that. Guys, whether it's a post, whether it's a comment, whether it's somebody declining your product, whether it's somebody leaving your team, it's okay to feel what you need to feel. It's okay to feel the emotions and sit in it. But what I will tell you is it's important to release it. It's important for you, Shannon, to if you have time this morning or tonight, go back and look at why did that word of self-worth, why did it draw the emotions? And do not hand someone a Kleenex. Let them snot all over themselves. We hand people a Kleenex and that immediately signals, stop crying, I'm sorry, or I'm shameful for feeling that emotion. No, I want to understand, why did that post that I saw on social media trigger something within me? Why did what my kids said to me, or my spouse said to me, or someone said to me in the grocery store line, why did I get pissed off at somebody, you know, cutting me off in traffic? Or what is it? Why did that trigger me internally? When you sit with it and you feel it and you can understand it, you can get past that. Because time after time I see in this business, someone being rejected, somebody being told no, somebody getting almost to 12K, and then they stop and paralyze themselves because they don't believe that they're worth it. They don't believe that they are worthy of that next level. So anyway, I want you to understand, when those feelings arise, guys, keep you a sticky note. I literally, I had a note the other day, someone I haven't talked to in a very long time. I sent her a message, no reply. I was talking to a friend. I'm like, this is bothering me. I'm sitting with this. And she said, just say to her, have I done something to offend you? Guys, it was freedom. It was freedom in knowing that it was on her to respond in that moment. So anyway, all right, Shannon, let's pick our winners.
All right, so you want to pick one and I'll pick one?
No, just pick them. Just
How many?
scroll. Scroll.
All right, let's see. I'm scrolling. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find them. Star Marie, Elizabeth Ryle, and Jana Kellum. That good?
All right. Send me their information. Love it. Love it. I keep seeing Charlene pop up too. We'll add her. I don't know if I have another mug, but we'll figure it out. I think I've got
Okay.
some other things. So I know I've got a Thriving shirt. She can tell us what size, or if someone else wants a shirt. So, all right,
If your
guys.
name was called, please message me, Shannon Cochran, Cochran, and I will get your addresses.
Yay. All right, guys, happy Flex Friday. Go be creative. Let's see those creative Flex Fridays. And y'all have an amazing weekend, and know you're loved, you're needed, you're appreciated, and you're prayed for. We will see you on the next Vibe Tribe. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Brittany. Love y'all.